The Bird's Nest on day 2 of the decathlon. After 5 events yesterday, the decathlon concludes on day 2. And day 2 begins with the 110-meter hurdles. Discus, pole vault, javelin winds up with the 1,500 meters. And there's a look at Bryan Clay, the leader after the first 5 events. The 28-year-old Clay lives in Glendora, California, where one of his hardest tasks is fitting in training for the decathlon with everything and everyone else in his life. 3-year-old Jacob Clay and his 1-year-old sister Catherine live in a small town in California. Like many kids, they sometimes visit their dad at the office. Over time, Jacob has learned a little bit about Daddy's line of work.
He runs and pole vaults and hurdles, discus, javelin, and the shot put.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bryan Clay is one of the world's best decathletes. 2004 Olympic silver medalist, 2005 world champion. Like many people who work hard, life is a balance between tending to matters at his job and at home.
I'd like to think that I just have my priorities in order. On one hand, I think my career is very important to me. Of course, I want to win the Olympic gold medal in the decathlon. At the same time, I've got a family. I've got 2 kids. I've got a wife, and those things are all much more important to me than winning any medals or being, famous or anything like that.
He's actually a really good, involved father. He spends pretty much all his extra time with the kids or helping out around the house, and I don't think I could ask for a better husband or dad.
What's harder to learn, changing a diaper or the pole vault? I would say pole vault. Changing a diaper came really easy for me. It's really not that bad. It's more that I'm just lazy than anything else.
Training for the Olympic Games and taking care of a family can be tough at times, but reminders of why it's all worth it come every day.
Coming home and, no matter how bad of a day you have at the track, whether I lost my last meet or won it or whatever, I come home and Jacob will meet me at the door and say, "Oh, good job, Daddy. You did good." The unconditional love that you get from them, and then in return being able to love somebody else unconditionally, it's fun. It makes life worthwhile.
Bryan says the thing that gets him through the exhaustion to get through this decathlon is having the chance to get back with his family again. At the end of the first day, he had an 88-point lead over Andrei Krichanka of Belarus. Trey Hardy of the U.S. was close behind in 3rd place. And now to bring us up to date on what has happened so far in day 2, here's Dwight Stones.
All right, Tom, what a difference a day makes. Friday morning dawns as a hot, sunny day here in Beijing, much like most of the days we've experienced here in China during the Olympic Games. Bryan Clay in lane 3 in this 110-meter hurdles heat, and he starts off by crushing a few of the first hurdles. But he gets his momentum going, starts cleaning up his technique near the end, and goes ahead and wins his heat, has the 2nd best time overall in event number 6, and extends his lead over the field. Now, he's an outstanding discus thrower. How good is he? He's the world record holder in the decathlon discus. And in the first round, he shows everybody exactly why. Way past that 50-meter line. And what does he do? He simply sets an Olympic decathlon record for the event and more than doubles his lead. The 8th event, the decathlon pole vaulting, was very, very wise with his decisions about where to start and where to continue competing. He jumped every height once he started at 15.5, and he matches his Olympic trials performance just 4 inches under his all-time best. Then the 9th event, the javelin. And the people in the crowd know that Bryan Clay is in a great position to win this gold medal. Just the javelin, the 1,500 meters left. He goes down that runway, uses the great speed and his technique, just 5'10", 185, but he's a great thrower, 232.10, and puts more on his lead.
Okay, Dwight, so after 9 events, Bryan Clay with the big lead. However, only 13 points separating 2nd from 4th.